Hello, my name is Tristan Collinsworth, and I'll be giving you a tutorial on globals in NetLogo. So globals are simply sort of like variables in math, where you got like x or y, and it can be set to like a number like 4 or 100, or to another variable like x equals y. And in NetLogo, it can also be set to like a string or something, which is like a chain of text or symbols or numbers. So you may be looking at the screen, you may think, what is all this? I don't know what this is. Well, you can just ignore it for now. It's important to globals, but you probably don't know what it is. And if you look at the code, it's really simple. You can just see it right here. So first we'll start out with the setup button. You create a white background with a green dot in the middle, and that's caused by the setup button here. It first clears everything, then we'll ignore this line for right now. Then this sets a bunch of like strings, numbers, or whatever to globals create up here, and it creates a green circle turtle in the middle right here. So this is called a switch. It can be set to on or off, and used with if else right here. So if it's on, it's true, then the P color is black in the background. So when I click setup, it becomes black now. If I set it off, it's white because it's not true, so therefore it's white right here. And when you look at the code, there is no black background global, even though it's used right here, because when you create a switch, it creates a global, and you don't need to put it in the code. So next we have the set size button. So we got turtle size, which is global, created in the code. Then turtle size is set to 10, which is a number. And then in set size, ask turtle, set size, turtle size. So when I click the button, it should set the size of the turtle to 10. And that's it. Next we have set color. It's pretty similar to the last one. So we get turtle color global, then set turtle color pink, and then in the set color button, it's ask turtle set color turtle color. So it should become pink when I click the button. That's it. Then we have set shape, and you got the turtle shape global. And then in the setup button, we get the set turtle shape arrow. And note that there's quotation marks around the arrow and not around pink, because this is a string, and this is like known to the pink is known to the NetLogo program as a thing, but arrow isn't. So then we have to set shape, ask turtle set shape, turtle shape. So it's arrow right here, so we'll set the shape to arrow when I click the button. And then we have turtle heading. So I can like change it. If I set to 0, it'll face up. If I set to about 180, it'll face down. And if it goes all the way up to 360, then it's the same as 0. And the button is called right here, ask turtle set heading, turtle heading. And like with the switch, there is no turtle heading global in the code. It's created with the switch right here, or the slider. Then we have a phrase button. And it's a chooser. So you create like a bunch of choices that you can choose here. So the phrase is currently set to high. So the monitor shows what is put in the phrase. And if you look at the code, phrase is not in the code. And then we can change it to something else. So if I change it to hello, then it changes the phrase monitor. And if I change it to big hello, then it changes like that too. So now we have a input. So if I say, then do show command output, it'll do it in the command center. So what I put there. If I change something else, like do it again, it shows down there. And then command output is a global created by the input button, or not button. So that's pretty much it. That's like a bunch of uses of the globals. Then we also have a bow model. So this is a bow model that I created for the project earlier this year. So we have a bow. I click prepare bow, then it shoots it. looks pretty simple on the outside. It got wind and stuff, but in the code it's way more complicated. I'm not going to explain all this. I'm going to show what the globals are used for. So first we have score. So score, if I find it in the code, it says in the reset button, the score is set to 0, and that's a create up there. Then we have checks if the arrow is over like the colors of the target, and the score is set to what it previously was plus the number of whatever it's caused by when it goes over the target up here. Now next we have power. So power is right there. Then initially it's set to 0. Then set power random float max power. Just choose a random number between 0 and the max power between 0.1 and 0.5. And then power is set to the thousandth plate right here. And then later when the bow or the arrow is going forwards, it changes direction, or it goes forward the strength of however powerful the shot or the wind is. Then next we have direction. So we have set heading direction right here. Well, we're gonna ignore that for now. So global is a direction. So initially it's set to 0. And then the direction is set to a random number between 0 and 360. And then the direction of the direction arrow right here, the heading is set to the number created with the heading for the direction global. And then when the arrow is moving forward, it sets its heading to what the direction is, and then it's forced to go that way. Then we have number of rounds. So set number of rounds to number of rounds plus 1. And then it's just adding what its previous number of rounds was. And then when you reset the game, the number of rounds set to 1, and that's all that is used for. Up here it shows what the score and the round number is in the monitor. And then also the wind power display down here, even though it's power as the global. And then in the slider creates the max power global. And the only thing it's used for is just choosing the number between 0 and that for power. So that's pretty much it. I hope this guide was useful for you, and